The 99 percentilers on an average, they target to attempt 20 to 22 questions of chemistry in a frame of 30 to 35 minutes so that they can save time also in order to invest in physics and mathematics. Now why? Because 20% of the JEE attempt students are droppers and obviously around 80% are 12 students. But this is the timeline that I'm discussing with you. You have given your January 1st attempt. Now there is nothing in this world that comes for free. Everything requires hard work. Hello my dear JEE warriors. My name is Gaurav Singh Arora and I am here to help you with a perfect timetable for your April attempt. Now, before moving to the April attempt, let me just again give you the analysis of January attempt which I have already done in the previous video. You can obviously go to the PWJ English channel and watch it, where I have done a thorough analysis. But as an overview, let me tell you, starting with chemistry for the January attempt, it was expected that you should attempt around 20-22 questions of chemistry on an average in a frame of 30 minutes. Even if you can attempt 25, that is your best performance that you will be putting in because of your hard work that you must have placed before. But on an average, talking about an average student who, I mean average as in a student who is going to an NIT or an IIT, the 99 percentilers on an average, they target to attempt 20 to 22 questions of chemistry in a frame of 30 to 35 minutes so that they can save time also in order to invest in physics and mathematics. But as expected, it was not easy. Chemistry was more time consuming. Why? Especially the inorganic chemistry, there were many statement based questions, so in order to read statement we required time. Then going to the physical chemistry, they asked good questions and also that questions required calculation, so we need to invest time in calculation also. So because of these lengthiness, I would definitely say chemistry was not easy. It was from moderate to difficult side. Yes, on 22nd and 23rd, the second shift, it was relatively easier, but there physics made you cry. Why? Because as expected, physics was, yes, easy to moderate, but in some shift there were some advanced questions also, and here also calculation, the lengthiness is because of the calculation you have to do into divide, which was requiring time. And speaking about mathematics, it was expected also that mathematics should be difficult, and it came also. It was moderate to difficult. Although no rocket science was asked, but yes, in order to do maths, you have to follow some set of processes, steps, and those steps, writing, calculating, will require time. So again, the lengthiness of the paper would have allowed student to attempt around, if they have invested 1 hour in for mathematics, they have successfully attempted 8 to 10 questions on an average. Now, what can you say about the April attempt, sir? For April attempt, one thing is for sure, because of the previous histories that we have seen, in April attempt, students come stronger to attempt a paper. Therefore, the marks for the same percentile, the marks that you have to obtain is always larger. Now, why? Because 20% of the JEE attempt students are droppers and obviously around 80% are 12 students. But these droppers, suppose after doing your 12th examination you decide to take a drop, when you'll take that decision post your JEE mains. So let's say you start your preparation as a dropper. Generally your dropper perfectly starts his preparation from the month of May. So January till January, for most of the droppers, not all, for most of the droppers, even the syllabus is not completed because they are completing the syllabus thinking of clearing the advance. So January attempt, they just do it for practice. Actually, they will be seriously attempting the JEE paper in the month of April. So they will be scoring much higher. Talking about the class 12 student, these students are a perfect time manager because they are managing their boards also, and post the completion of their board examination, now they are like a tiger. So these tiger also charge by practicing more and more number of questions and mock test, and when they also come to the April attempt, they are strong enough. Therefore, it is always observed that the April attempt, paper also gets tougher, but students also score more marks. So percentile in the, let's say you score 100 marks in January attempt, whatever percentile you get, if you score the same 100 marks in April attempt, your percentile will be lesser. It is a general observation. Now what should you do? Sir, I can't do it, मेरे से नहीं हो रहा, I'm falling back. You can either cry, sit back at home, or you can trust yourself that journey of 1,000 miles starts from the first step. So take that first step. What is that first step? Plan and act. Now, talking first about the 12th class students, these are the date sheet of your boards. So you will be having your physical education examination on 18th of February. Post that, the last examination, I'm taking English as your last examination on 12th, although some of you must have selected an elective subject also, that will be on 25th of March. But for general, I'm taking that your boards are ending on 12th of March. So seeing this timeline, look at the difference, the number of days that you are getting for chemistry and mathematics. You do not have to do anything. Practicing boards during the examination is more than sufficient. But yes, now this is the timeline that I'm discussing with you. You have given your January 1st attempt. Now, maybe today I'm recording this on the 5th of February. So, because you have physical education on 18, so I am saying that your boards, you have to devote completely yourself for your boards. You should do it from 16th. Till 16th, you can devote and invest time for mains also and for boards also. Now how to do it, and what student, how I'm categorizing the students right now. If you're a class 12 students and let's say you have given your boards examination, pre-boards examination, and in the pre-boards examination you are confident enough that you are scoring marks above 75%, then you are that category of student who is serious, who must have devoted and invested a healthy amount of time in practicing and learning theory and questions. So at this point of time, what should be your plan? That you should definitely do not waste, no strategies, nothing else is required. Even save every single minute of yourself and act. What act? At least invest 14 hours per day on study. After 14 hours, still, because you have got still 10 hours where you can sleep, do your basic dincharya also can be easily managed in those 10 hours. 14 hours you should study daily. What you have to study, how you have to study, I'll be coming it to the later. But now, talking about the time management, sir, out of those 14 hours, how much time I should give to boards and how much time I should give to the JEE questions? Now, if you are getting in the pre-boards, if you're getting more than 75, then I will definitely suggest 70% of your 14 hours should go for JEE and 30% should go for boards. But if you're getting, let's say, less than 70% marks in your pre-board examination, or maybe around 65, then I will definitely, even you should invest these 14 hours of time, I mean 80 to 85% you should still invest in your boards, and you can switch to 15 to 20% in your mains. Even in the boards area, if your marks are lying, if your pre-board marks are even less than 65, then I would say increase by, make it 90%. Invest. Now, sir, in order to study board, what we should do? First thing, the definition, the basic point of difference between JEE and board is you have to practice the writing part of, the representation part of physics, chemistry, maths, English. The representation part you have to work. So practice all the questions. What questions are PYQs? How many PYQs? All the 10-year PYQs. And if you are doing that, I am ensuring you that you will be very much confident with your boards. And the time is also sufficient, because during boards also you have got, during a boards also you have got lot of time in between. Only physics paper is the paper where you have only one day. Rest you have lot of time in between, so that you can practice very well for your board examination. Now, Coming to the content that you have to do, the definitions, the derivations, because there you have to write theory also. Now if you are completed with this part in the same time duration that you will be dividing your day into, 70% for here, 30% for here, you should just apply this from considering which category you are falling into. Now for your JEE, what you should do for your JEE April attempt, do not start from zero. Do not start from zero as in you are now, sir, April attempt go, now I will start from zero. Starting from zero as in you have to, like you were attempting your JEE paper, you must have seen some question, sir, I can do this question, I was just forgetting that thing. Whatever things are there, just repair those damaged parts. Now how to repair those damaged parts? Go to one shots. Many instructors, they say do not start with a fresh video. I say opposite, start with a fresh video. Why? Because freshness always gives you a sense of freshness. You are not actually, if you are in your mind, you're thinking, yeah, that you're starting from zero, but still, because you have read those things in the initial days, the time, like the one shots that we have in JEE English channel, make a speed of 2x, and now read, now listen to those lectures, so even a 3 or 4 hour lecture will be finished in 2 hours. So whatever topic that you feel that you are not confident, repair those damaged part even with new videos, because new video will give you a sense of freshness, and that sense of freshness will be helping you a lot in order to overcome and understand those topics which you were missing. You understood those topics, but while during examination it was not coming to your head in a click. So with a fresh one shot, with a fresh video, the things come to your mind quite easily. But you should note down in the similar copy which you have made initially. So note down whatever extra things you are getting, note down in a pen, in that copy only, so that you can revise it easily, and it should be written in the similar copy so that the photo of your copy should be impregnated in your mind. Now whatever practice you should do, it should be time bound, because that is the problem you were facing in your JEE Mains paper. What? The formula were not getting into your head in a click, and because of that you have invested so much of time in a question, and then the later questions were doable, but you were not having time for that. Now in order to perfectly practice your damage part, how to identify those damage part? Practice PYQ. How to do PYQ? Start with the January attempt, all the 10 papers that we had in January attempt. If you finish them, go to 2025. If you finish them, go to 2024. If you have more time, go back ways. But attempt PYQs, because attempting PYQs is the only holy grail to crack JEE. Now, post doing that, you will be requiring, at each point of time, you will be requiring a test that should analyze that where you are standing. And therefore, while doing all such things, you should definitely go for some mock test, where you can give the test, and after giving the test you should have a proper analysis that what you have done wrong, what you have done to make the questions easily attempted, so that you may have saved time. Although you must have got the answer, but the time that you have taken to attempt that question is large. So analyzing questions and giving mock test are the key to success, and are the key to success to your daily plan, that whatever you are doing on a daily basis, whether you are getting improvement or not, how to check that by giving mock tests. So I'm even giving you an option of the rank booster batch that we have just launched at PWJ English channel, where you'll be giving 12 full syllabus mock test, and after each mock test on the next day we will be coming live. We can directly communicate with you while discussing all those questions, so that you can definitely analyze and come to a better place, a better situation where you can attempt your April attempt easily. For what? Now your target for the April attempt should be obviously 99%. If you are targeting computer science branch from an NIT, so your marks should be around 180 120 180 to 200. And if you feel, no sir, I need time and I'll be definitely cracking advance, or for advance also you ultimately have to b- break even the cutoff marks. So the cutoff mark somewhere lies around 94 percentile. That means if you're getting somewhere around 100 marks, you are eligible to give your advanced paper. So with all these things, you can still make it count. So finally, you have just got, I guess, 55 days to prove how bad you want it. These around 2 months can flip your entire journey, my friends. Every hour you grind now takes you a step closer to your dream rank. So don't count the days, make every single one count. Thank you.